Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Hope you are having a fantastic day wherever you are on this beautiful planet we call home. What's good, everybody? What's good, chat? Let's see who we got in the building on this Taco Tuesday. And y'all know it's Taco Tuesday because you know your boy loves tacos. If you can't tell, look at me. Come on now. Hambone, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? Paul Lamarche. Stevie in the building, what's good? What's good? Sony Ali, how you doing? How you doing? Ben, what's good? Howdy, Justin, Hambone, Paul, Stevie, and crew. How is everyone doing this fine day, 50 degrees plus here in the Antarctic of South Dakota? And no snow on the ground. Wow. I would imagine South Dakota to be like really full of snow right now. Big Country, what's good? How you doing, brother? Miss Jen Moore, hello. Feel like we haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, ma'am? Hopefully all things are doing good on your end. Blue Collar in the building, what's good? Rich 12 Rich, what's good? What's good, Rich? 1-2 Rich, however you pronounce it. What's good, brother? Man, what's good, everybody? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? It's a Tuesday. Little bit of a correction, a little pullback after a nice run we had yesterday. Headed back to NY today. That's what's up. Well, safe travels for sure. Saitama Nolans, what's good, man? How you doing? Ben says, I don't know if I've ever seen no snow in February, and I've lived here all my life. What's crazy has been, I think here in Texas and Dallas, I think we probably have more snow than, because there's still little patches of snow on the ground. That's wild. Snow in Dallas, but not South Dakota. That's weird. The real Cracker Jack, not the fake one. What's good, brother? How you doing, man? And hopefully we are having a fantastic Tuesday. Kicking the day off right. Hopefully everybody's having a good one. Got the coffee in the hand. Yes, sir. We ready to rock and roll today. So I kind of want to start the show off with this big news we kind of heard coming out. Pull up this Yahoo article. So we see here in this Yahoo article, 3.6 billion Bitcoin seized from New York couple charged over Bitfinex cryptocurrency hack. Stacker in the building. What's good, brother? How you doing, man? How are you doing? We're gonna get you back on the show here one of these days. We're gonna make that happen, brother. But how you doing, man? But yeah, so we hear this news that we got coming out. 3.6 billion seized in this from a New York couple. So we'll read it here. It says the Justice Department has seized over 94,000 Bitcoin. 94,000 Bitcoin from a New York couple charged with a massive 2016 hack of Bitfinex cryptocurrency exchange worth 71 million at the time it was stolen. The recovered Bitcoin was valued at more than 3.6 billion or 43.4 thousand per Bitcoin. When alleged hackers Lichtenstein, 34, and wife Heather Morgan, 31, were arrested on Tuesday, a total of 119,754 Bitcoin worth 4.5 billion today were stolen from Bitfinex. So that's wild. Wow, that's crazy stuff there. But hey, that's what's up. All good. Vacay starts tomorrow. Hawaii bound, brother. Aloha. I think that's. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they say there. But man, enjoy that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of jealous. Kind of jealous of that one. hopefully, I actually think we got a family trip to Hawaii coming. I think maybe next year, actually, now that we're talking about it. But man, I would love to be in Hawaii uh, instead of here on a beach, sunny somewhere would be nice. One of those little fancy fruity cocktail drinks in my hand. Yeah, I'd be all right there. I could hang with that right there. But brother, safe travels for sure. While you're traveling to Hawaii and from to and from, man, get there safe and get home safely too, brother. But have a blast. Right. That that couple thought it was good, and then skirt, no mas, no mas. But yeah, we'll continue reading. Uh, of those prosecutors allege about 25,000 were transferred out of Liechtenstein's wallet through a labyrinth of laundering transactions over the past 5 years. Some of those stolen funds ended up in a financial account controlled by the husband and wife couple, prosecutors say. That's pretty wild there. Pretty wild stuff, but absolutely, karma is a bee. Absolutely. The thing about it is, the crazy part is that we're starting to see this now, though. You know, we just saw we just last weekend we had we saw a hacker or a rug pull, somebody who stole from a project. So maybe there is potentially a justice system that is going to be able to come down and crack down on these hackers and scammers. So hopefully that this is maybe the beginning of somewhat of that side of regulation when it comes to hacking and scamming and all that jazz. But we do see that 3.6 billion seized. Now the question is, what are they going to do with this 3.6 billion? You think the government is going to give that back, or you think they're just going to keep that for the government? That's the question. Wonder what they're going to do with that stuff. All right. But yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff. But man, I'm excited to see some type of regulation, justice come down on people who think they can get away with scamming and all that jazz. See what we got going over on the Twitter. I'll tell you what, our buddy Jay Gagan is rapidly buying up these NFTs and creating an NFT portfolio that is going to be pretty wild. Let's see what we got coming out of Saitama today. Anything official? Nope, nothing new really. We did see Russ put out a tweet last night. Speaking on this week was going to be monumental. Here it is. So this week would be monumental. Wow. For Saitama. Just finished up booking out my meeting schedule for the following 6 days. To reduce FUD, there will be no teasers or dates, just slapped on a dinner plate for the wolves to feast. Who's hungry? So maybe we're starting to, from a leadership side, understand that, hey, we gotta slow down on these hard times, hard dates, hard scheduled dates. Like, this is what's happening. And instead of, hey, it's coming. When it gets here, you'll have it. We're not going to tell you about it. We're just going to say, boom, here it is. So I'm liking that approach. I like that approach. I think this approach will be a lot more successful than, oh yeah, we're going to get it out Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everything's going to be perfect. And then Friday at 9 a.m. in the morning, we're like, where the hell is everything? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't work like that. We've seen how that works. So let's switch it up, try something else. And it seems to be that's what we're doing this time from a leadership side. And I definitely like that idea. Let's not give a date. Let's not give a time. Let's just give it to us and let it run then. They should have to give it back, but are they going to give it back? Life was good for them about 6 years. Hey, they were living their best life. 6 years they was out there just chilling. Absolutely chilling out there for 6 years, just thinking they got away. That's wild. But I'm glad to see justice coming down and legal action being taken. I really do like that part of it. See what else we got. Anything else coming out of Russ's tweet? So I have been seeing a lot of this here lately, the last couple of days, which is this "Can you hear us?" with the teaming up with Everrise and this hashtag "Let Us In." This was 32, almost 33,000, and that was last night at before midnight, my time. So you can see we have started to see some partnerships in these tweets, some coming together, I guess you could say, between Everrise and Saitama, and we're starting to make some noise over there, wondering why we're not listed up there on these exchanges. Yeah, two decent projects. I don't know a lot about Everrise, but I know they've been around for a while. So starting to hear some rumors and some rumbling arounds about those two coming together and trying to get on these exchanges, at least coming together to spearhead this this getting on exchanges, getting updates, getting on, not kind of being out on the outside still. Mayor, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? How you doing? But yeah, so we're getting a little more out of the Everrise and Saitama. Here's another one we get. So just getting some more artwork here, some more of this hashtag "Let Us In." Everrise, Inu, and Saitama coming together to try to work together and getting listed on these exchanges, getting their their market cap placement, their rank properly put out there in the right. I'm definitely liking the partnership. Anytime we can come together, I've been saying that the whole time. Anytime crypto can come together and work together, I think that really builds the bond and makes it strong. Miss Jen, hope you have a great day. Be safe traveling. Thank you, man, for stopping by the midday mix-up for sure. Just make sure to miss any tweets coming from my main man, Russ, over here. And I did see that our CERTIC score jumped up a little bit. We are now at a 94. Where'd it go? I just tagged the thing. There it is. So we can see that Saitama's score has gone up to a 94. And I think we started. Yeah, we see 30-day low here is a 79. So we have steadily been able to increase our number and increase our rank, increase our score, I guess you could say, with the live AI. So as we continue to fix things and get things working properly, you start to see that score get higher and higher and higher. So pretty cool stuff. Glad to see that we're not staying the same. We're not stagnant. We are ever increasing and ever improving. Blue collar, yeah, they probably have more than that. There's no telling how much they actually got rid of. So let's we can get into a little bit of we got some news coming out of Kishimoto today. Tonight, well, it's not really new news. We knew what was coming. We talked about it here, but tonight they are going to be doxing over on Cryptobolic's channel at 6 p.m. Eastern, so that's 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. YouTube, the SEC with Cryptobolics. If you've never seen Cryptobolics, the way he does these AMAs is pretty dope. You got 20 questions, 90 seconds. You got 90 seconds to answer. It actually looks like they're going to do 250 giveaway every 5 questions for a total of $1,000. And they're doxing. We're going to get to see the team, the squad that has been on the midday mix-up a couple of times. Fridays seem to be Kishimoto Day here on the midday mix-up. So next time we get to see them, we'll get to see some faces maybe. Get to see some doxed dev faces. But you're definitely going to want to check into that tonight and get plugged in on that information there for sure. Yeah, and again, if you've never seen Cryptobolics and the way he does those AMAs, it's pretty interesting and pretty cool to see. Chat, y'all are quiet today. Everybody okay? Everybody working today? Everybody had to actually go back to work? Quiet in the chat today. Yeah, so these are the devs we will get to see tonight. We got Paul Allstar, we got Devin, we got GG, Redline, Granger, and David. Going to be pretty dope for sure. I'm going to be there. I don't know about y'all. That's what's up. I figured everybody's working today. Hey, at least y'all here. I appreciate it. Saitama Shane in the building. Afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. It's morning for somebody around here. Me and you both, brother. So I got to shout out Saitama Shane as well. Let me see if I can get over to it. Let's see if I can find it. Yes, sir. Here it is. Saitama Shane, brother. Outdoing yourself again. Another fire NFT from my main man, Saitama Shane. Brother, you are getting so dang good at this. You really, truly are getting better and better and better every day. But that is a dope little NFT you created right there. That's fire. Recently dusted off the old Trust Wallet and MoonPay accounts to snag a little TARP just based on their display of integrity alone. Their project utility NFTs are equally excellent as hey, absolutely. Absolutely. TARP is definitely one of the top projects I'm bullish on. For sure. Kevin, hey, absolutely. Saitama is a great play. Saitama is my main bag. Saitama is the reason why I created a YouTube channel. Absolutely. Diversifying is okay too. But when you're diversifying into decent and good, solid projects. That's the thing. Kishimoto happens to be one of those projects. TARP happens to be one of those projects. Plus, both of those projects, we know Kishimoto will be on Sadamask. So Saitama trusts them. Saitama vetted them. Saitama believes in them. They're putting them on their platform. TARP as well. As soon as Sadamask is able to bridge BNB to the wallet and create that bridge, then you'll have TARP as well onto Sadamask, as well as JustAman, which is coming out with a game. So three solid projects. But yeah, definitely do your own research, do some due diligence. Man, that's wild right there. Mandox NFTs, 956 out of 1,000 already minted. One quad token burns once they sell out. Man, that's what's up. What's the floor on those? How much are the Mandox? How much are they going for? I think I got a little Ethereum. We could buy one for the midday. I think I got like $200. Yeah, what's the floor on those things? Like 4 ETH? No, I don't think it's that much yet. Ben, Justin, are you going to the bot? Yes. I don't care how I make it happen. As long as my passport comes in time, I will be there. Absolutely. .08 to mint. Hold on. I mean, we can mint one. Huh. After I minted that Kishimoto NFT, that's really all I wanted. I really want to mint more stuff. Like, that was fun. Speaking of that NFT, we ended up giving. We did get that NFT to the winner, and so he did claim that NFT as well. So, but super awesome NFT here, man. Super fire. I'm not gonna lie, Saitama Shane, brother, you are rapidly becoming a master at this, and man, I'm excited to see what else you come up with, man. Absolutely. Did the thing saying got a little TARP myself? That's what's up. Absolutely. I think TARP and Shaman going to make moves real soon. Absolutely. Hey, I hope so. The floor is 1.14, but to mint is 0.08. And there's only like what 40 left. Where do I go to mint? Where do I mint them at? We can mint one right here on the midday. Absolutely. It really does. After minting that one, I want to do more. I really do. I really want to mint more. Check out the Twitter page, Justin. The last 2 videos I posted in the last little bit. Okay, very good. Most definitely. So real quick, we're gonna stop everything. If you haven't already, go follow Saitama Shane. That guy right there. If you saw the intro video to my show today, if you've seen the outro video, then you've seen his work and just how awesome he was. All right, y'all. Well, let's see what happens. Let me see how much of Ethereum. But now that I'm saying this, let me make sure I have enough Ethereum to do all this. Might. Should I do this on? How do I do this without showing everybody my? Here's what we do. Let me get connected to the thing first. I don't necessarily want to just have all my junk out there. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, hopefully I have enough Ethereum. We're going to try this out, check it out, see what happens. Might help if I have my Wi-Fi on. Y'all give me a second. I'm trying to get this to pop up. Maybe. All right, we're going to try one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'm getting an invalid error. Invalid wallet connect error. I don't know what that means. Invalid wallet connect URI. The 3 ultra rares are already claimed. All right. It honestly, I'm getting this code right here. It says invalid wallet connect URI. I don't even know what that means. So, I mean, I would love to mint one. I think it's dope. Even if the 3 ultra rare ones are gone. So I'm trying here. We're gonna see what happens. All right. I don't know what's going on. Oh well. I tried. But that'd be cool. And the site to mint was let me copy that and I will put it into chat here. But yeah, let me know if y'all get in on that one. What's good, Omar? What's good, bro? But yeah, we tried. For some reason, I was getting in. I was not getting in. JustAman, just D, just DMG on Twitter. All right, let me check that out. Absolutely, we have time. Absolutely, brother. Man, that's dope. Well, guys, we just got a DM in the Twitter space, and our homie Baffles. Our homie Baffles coming in and is going to donate an NFT. So I need to know, first off, we're going to pull it up here. Chat, let me know. I know y'all are very critical, so if it's not a good NFT, y'all let me know. But I think y'all might like this one here. This one here, let me see if I can find it where I put it at. What y'all think of that one? It's pretty sweet looking NFT there, I'm not gonna lie. Paul said he got in. Dang. That's what's up, Paul. That is what's up. Crypto Flip, any info on Koa version 2? No, I stay in the Telegram trying to figure out if I can find anything, but I haven't. I know they're just working on it, coming up, getting in there with Moonshot. Trust Wallet got, man, that's weird. I wonder if it's because I have my VPN. I know my VPN shouldn't do it. Looks sweet. All right, y'all. So give me a second. Let me get this tweet written up and put out there, because y'all know how much I'm not good at that. Hey, Baffles, you're better be the mic on Twitter, right? Okay. Just making sure. Man. I swear, I think y'all do that just to watch me do that. Watch the struggle bus that is me typing and trying to put out tweets. All right, there it is. We got that tweet out there. Compliments of our homie here. We're going to give an NFT away. So here it is. Make sure you are, let me send it now, actually. Who wants an NFT better than the mile? Let's bless the chat with an awesome NFT to win. Retweet, follow at Baffles. So we got 2 different people there. All right, so now we got to See, this is what happens. We're going to do this live. Y'all get to watch me struggle for real. I don't even know how that... All right. Now let's try this one more time. Y'all get to watch the struggle bus for real today. Let's try this tweet. Oh my goodness. I know we saw them say a while ago there was only like 45 of them left. So I mean, they might have minted them all and been done. I don't know. Paul, were you able to get in on one, or were you just able to get in on Wallet Connect? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I didn't have enough Ethereum. I had a couple of $100 in there, I thought. I should have had enough though. Yeah, I don't know. Fix is being worked on. I'm not 100% sure. I'll get with. I'm sure we will have. I'm sure that will come out. The information on that will be very soon. I truthfully do not know. So, Salo, what's good, brother? Yeah, I don't know why I pulled up. I get pulled up baffles. Like the first time it pulled up better than Mike, better be the Mike, and then better by the mile. My goodness. And then the second time it didn't. It was weird. Yeah, I know the contract for Koa is being worked on. I know that TARP and Moonshot are working on that. So, but it's going to take a few. It's going to take a little while on that. Absolutely. If you have been on the Telegram, they are doing a good job of keeping everybody kind of up to date, what's going on, and all that jazz. Absolutely. Eric, what's good, man? How you doing? Crypto Dragon, what's good, brother? Just a struggle bus. Absolutely. Me and you both, brother. Apparently, me and you both. I was able to get into. Okay, y'all gonna make me try this again. Dang it! Y'all gonna make me try this crap again. Is my Wi-Fi off? My Wi-Fi's on. All right, let's go here. Boom. Wallet. Wallet connect. Connect wallet. This stamp requires access to your wallet. Please log in and authorize access to your Connect. Yeah, what are we doing here? It's like now it won't even like give me a. Or now it's just loading. There we go. Let's see what happens now. Now I got the code back up. Hey, look who's in there. We did it, y'all. Chat, we did it. We made it. .08 ETH. See what that's gonna run me here. Yeah, I literally do not have. I'm like $9 short. Ain't that some? I really don't want to add more Ethereum right now. Man. Oh well. That'd have been cool though. What was I going to do? Man, I got some brain fog today apparently. So I know last night I tweeted out that I did pick up a little bit more. I did add to my position last night on Kishimoto after this big time sell off they had. They had a major sell last night. Definitely was able to cop a little bit more on that dip. Not financial advice by any means. Just letting you know when I make a play. But yes, sir. But everything's kind of down today after we're having a pullback from a little bit of a correction from Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's see where we are. I don't even know where Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin today is at 43,000, just over 43,000, and Ethereum still holding on to 3,000 though. So, but it's the typical when you see Bitcoin's down 2%. That means the rest of altcoins are usually down 5 to 7, 8%, something like that. Benny, what's good, brother? Absolutely. Always short on gas. Story of my life. So Thomas Shane, here's a question I've always wanted to ask. What is the most efficient way to get ETH? Seen many ways, but unsure which is the best. Yeah, I'm not sure either. For me, what I do is like I buy my ETH on Coinbase because of the transfer fee. But like I know crypto.com has a set fee. Like it's a certain amount every time. So like if it just depends on how much ETH you're buying. So if I was buying a large amount, if I was buying a full ETH, I would probably use crypto.com because that transaction fee is standard. It's going to be like 0.008 or whatever, whatever it is. It's going to be a standard. Whereas crypto.com or Coinbase is going to be, it's going to get you like a percentage. So the more you buy, the more they're going to take out. So, but I'm not 100% sure on which one is the best. I'm trying to get approval from Moonshot to give it away to members only. Hey, there we go. I always use Trust, MoonPay, or Simplex. Is there a better way? Shoot. I don't know. Chat that could be a group discussion. What is y'all's favorite way to what's the best way? What is y'all's preference when buying Ethereum? MoonPay overall is not terrible at 3.5%, but I mostly use Coinbase, low traffic times, or Coinbase Pro. Overall, lower fees. Yeah, I know. I think it's one of those things where it just depends. What like they're like crypto. I know crypto.com has like it's 0.02 or whatever it is, but that it's a standard. It doesn't change. Where I think we're Coinbase, it's like a percentage where it's like they're going to take 2.99% of every transaction or something. I don't know what it is. Oh man. Stevie uses crypto.com. Yeah, see, I buy ETH on Coinbase and I buy BNB on crypto.com. And then I use crypto.com to swap. So if I have BNB and I want to swap it to Ethereum, I take it and I put it on Coinbase.com or crypto.com and I swap it, I transfer it for it's like zero fee. Or if I want to take ETH and get BNB, so let's say if I have ETH and I'm trying to get some more TARP or some more Kishimoto on the BNB side, I'll take my Ethereum I'll send it to crypto.com, flip it, swap it for BNB, and then there we go. But I really do think it all comes down to your personal preference and what you think. What's good, brother? How you doing? Omar says smack Buddha in the back of the head and rob him in the cheapest way. That might work for 6 years, as we saw with that the Bitcoin. Use SafePal to swap. That's what's up. That's what's up. And so on that giveaway, we are waiting to see if that is going to be a members only giveaway, and trying to get some confirmation there. So it'd be super cool. Baffle says there's still some people that haven't smashed the like button. Oh, well, let's get on top of that. Let's see how many we've got. Let's see how we're doing here. Oh, we got 42 people in here, only 23 likes. Yeah, we can definitely get those likes up. For sure. All right. Absolutely, yeah. If y'all haven't smashed that like button, please do so. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Definitely helps me for sure. Oh, got you. The members only giveaway is for the Saitama NFT in TARP Discord. If I can ever get Moonshot to approve it. Got you. Now we got that cleared away. Boom. So we will run this giveaway here in just a few minutes. So I am going to start doing more members only giveaways. We've done a few. We've done a handful of them, but I really want to do more of those. So I have here recently been gotten the itch to mint NFTs. So that may be something we do more often. We may mint NFTs live on stream and give them away. Something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. some along those lines. But let's see how many retweets we have on that bad boy. 44 retweets. Bet we got 44 people in here. Man, that's like everybody's retweeted it. I feel like we need to run that bad boy. Let's go ahead. Let's do that. Super, super cool. Super, super awesome. How long we had that out there? We've had it out for 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes is plenty of time. Plenty of time. Not going to lie. Alrighty, y'all. Let's give this away. Baffles. Pick any emoji, and whatever emoji you pick right now, chat. We gotta spam it with them. We gotta spam whatever baffles, whatever emoji Baffles puts out there. Stevie, you better hurry up. You better hurry, Stevie. I tried to. I was just a little short on Ethereum, but I was like $10 short on Ethereum, which is really tough. But we will start doing that a little more often. All right, let's see the crying emoji. Let's see those laughing emojis. Those laughing emojis. There we go. I'm seeing a couple of them. Let's see those emojis. We got to see those emojis. Come on now. We got to spam it. There we go. Now we starting to see those emojis roll in there. That's what I'm talking about. I like it. Let's give this thing away. Here we go. Congratulations to the winner. And our winner is Wino Shiba. Wino. Congratulations. Let me set that 2-minute timer. Although I know you're here. 2-minute timer. Congratulations. You said at first I thought they were laughing because you couldn't mint the NFT. Nope. Baffles picked out the emoji, and that's the one we went with. So congratulations. Hey, I know that guy. Congratulations right there. Absolutely. All right. So Wino, I'm going to all right. Man, that's awesome. Congratulations right there to Wino. Baffles, I went ahead and sent you a DM with their Twitter name so that they can get in contact, so y'all can get in contact and get that over there to them. Dang, what? Matic got hacked, 13 million stolen. Wow. That's what's up. Headed to a TARP AMA. Where's the TARP AMA? There's a TARP AMA today? Oh, no. Saitama Empress in the building. What's good, man? Try Netherlands VPN at this time. All right. Yeah, I tried a couple of different locations, and it was still a little short every time. That may be something I have to try to mess with off stream, so I'm not just like staring at my phone and not paying attention to y'all. Omar's like, man, leave my Dutch transaction fees alone. It's like Tom Nolan says, I won one of Baffle's NFTs. Great guy and great communication. Quick delivery of the NFT. Absolutely. And that's what's up. That's what's up. We've done it. I think we've given away at least one I know of, if not more than one before. But definitely, man, that's what I like to hear right there. That's always something when we do giveaways. I'm always kind of worried about, because what happens is, I don't ever get the NFT and then send it to somebody. You know what I mean? So I'm not in control of that aspect. So it's always a little nerve wracking, I guess you could say, just to make sure that everybody gets their stuff, gets what's supposed to happen. So. But Wino, congratulations, brother, on winning that NFT there. And I don't know if did you see the actual NFT that you won? I don't know if I showed it. Congratulations on winning this NFT right here. Compliments of Baffles. You got an Ethereum hodler number 001. That's pretty dope. Not gonna lie, it's super fire. Super dope. Thanks for the proof. Well, I know I definitely appreciate that. Let me know you're in chat with the picture in the chat. Appreciate you, brother. Stevie, we'll get another giveaway here one of these days. We'll do another one of these days. But that is super cool. I'm definitely loving the NFTs and just the NFT space that is growing and becoming awesome to be around and be in and see all these new talented people coming in. It's pretty fire for sure. Sailor says, I thought you didn't like NFTs, Stevie. Hey, that's what I like to hear right there. And I definitely appreciate it. Hooking up the chat, the community with NFTs, super cool. I definitely appreciate it. Stevie said he's got a Baffles already. That's what's up. I got one of Baffles already though. He did a giveaway. Only five people entered. I wish I would have known about that one. That's super cool. I did read last night that China has its own digital currency and is working on to connect to Bitcoin, Ethereum blockchain for NFT purchases only, since crypto is banned. Huh. NFT purchases is allowed in China. That's pretty big news there. So that's definitely some big time stuff there. Dean, I don't really like NFTs, but free is free. Omar comes back with Stevie. So you're saying you're donating that NFT? Oh. So here's an article. China to create own NFT industry based on state-backed blockchain infrastructure, main developer says. The BSE distributed digital certified certificate does not support crypto transactions, NFTs, and will allow businesses and individuals to buy apps, to build apps and portals to manage tokens. The new infrastructure has a potential to disrupt the current industry, having already attracted more than 20 partners. China's state-backed blockchain service network BSN plans to roll out infrastructure at the end of this month to support the deployment of non-fungible tokens, a major step to creating a Chinese NFT industry that is not linked to cryptocurrency. After Beijing has banned cryptocurrencies, chief executive of Red Date Technology, which provides technical support to BSN, told the South China Morning Post that NFTs have no legal issue in China as long as they distance themselves from cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Huh. So there we go. There we go. Christine, good afternoon. How you doing, ma'am? Hey, Salo, sorry for your loss. Most definitely condolences and sorry for your loss. Absolutely. Well, y'all, I just got another DM from our main man. He says, if you got time, run this one too. This is a Bone Win Lambo. Pretty fire. Not gonna lie. So there it is. Got the Lambo with the bone on it. So if we got any our Shiba fans out there, I know I have some bone locked away on that Shiba swap myself. So, you know what I guess I got to do? I got to put out a new tweet. So y'all bear with me. Boom. Got it out there again. Boom, there it is. Who wants another chance to win an NFT? That's Baffles, aka Better by the Mile, has done it again and is hooking up the chat right now live with the second NFT. To win, follow Better Than a Mile and sub to the YouTube. Must be in chat to win. So we will we'll do that one here in just a few minutes. Satama Shane says there's another article saying that they are working on a plan to connect their chain to the blockchain because they don't want their artists to miss out. Hey, smart. It's definitely smart. Dang, that's what's up. That's what's up right there. Wino says Baffles is fast. He already sent me the NFT. Super cool. Jared Gaines, what's good, man? How you doing? Hey, look who it is. Main man cuffing the dip. What's good, bro? What's good, brother? Hey, that's what's up. Glad you're done driving. Now we get full Uncle Stevie in the chat for like 30 minutes. Since Stevie doesn't like NFTs, I'll be sure to run that giveaway right after he goes to pick his daughter up. Just kidding, brother. Just kidding. Just kidding. Got the smooth tunes on? Yeah, I just had to switch it up. I had one song playing for the first hour. I was like, I can't do this no more. I had to switch it up. Absolutely. Baffles NFTs are off the chain. Where can I buy them in case I don't win? There you go. Baffles, do you have an OpenSeas link? You know, where can the good people go to buy your NFTs to help support you? So that is the tweet. Just so everybody knows, we're going to go ahead and pull up the NFTs so y'all can look at that and see what you're winning here. Absolutely glad you are feeling better for sure. I'm not gonna lie, I have so many tabs open right now. I'm honestly surprised the picture looks as clear as it does with many tabs as I have open. Shout out to Omar for telling me which computer to get, making sure my stuff runs smooth all the time. Appreciate you, Omar, for sure. So we'll give you a couple minutes. We'll probably run that. We'll run that here in a few. Give plenty of time to get out there and get that retweeted. Just tell them Baffle sent you. Slow rug pull, what's good? Where's Roop? Roop in the building, what's good, Roop? Can't believe I missed my man, Roop. Hey, thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Definitely needed one, and I can't lie. Chat, you hooked it up. It is 100% from chat, and YouTube doing this. It is the reason why. You guys blessed me truly, and so I had to get a computer to make sure that we put out the best content I possibly can. Because what I had before, I mean, it worked. It worked, and thankful to have it work. But super blessed to be able to upgrade the equipment here, so that we can try to put on the best show, play the best content that we possibly can for y'all. Definitely appreciate it. And so what I need to do now that I got this computer, I need to start mining on it. I really want to learn. Really want to get into mining. I want a passive income. Ben. So I want my part back. give to Alexa for a ring there. Okay, my bad. That'll be the next big purchase, I guess. Absolutely, Omar. That's the one I'm going to hit up. Unmineable.com. Mr. Donald, what's good, brother? I'm actually going to copy that and put it in my thing now so I remember it. Well, hold on. Yes. But Jake Gagan came on one day, and we had a whole bunch of donations for it. We had a computer stream, so we had a whole stream where Jake came on, and like we basically like donated for the new computer. So we went and bought it the next weekend. So y'all relax on the ring. Ring will happen maybe. If she plays her cards right, we'll see what happens. How can you mine on that site? My kid has a good PC. We're gonna figure it out together. We are going to figure that out together. Let's get the ring emojis. Oh yeah. He said LOL. I was there during the Jake stream and donated for the ring. My bad. I got it. I got you. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, I'm adding a whole new wing to the doghouse. So, I mean, we're kind of talking about mining. So we'll pull up that unmineable.com. Kind of what we're looking at it. Looks like you can mine Crow, Elon, FTM, Saitama, Safe Moon, Shiba. There's quite a few on here. Huh. I kind of want to. We're going to get into this. We're going to see what happens here. I may put a poll out and see which project y'all want me to mine. Stevie, that's what I'm talking about. That's why Uncle Stevie always coming in. I'll help you put some new foundation down. When you're done, I'll slap them shingles on there. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. I haven't left the doghouse in weeks. Exactly. I'm gonna have to wait till I sneak out to go to Amazon to Dubai. I think that's my next scheduled break from the doghouse is Dubai. I think that's when I get to get out again. John says I'm mining Safe Moon. Donald says mine Gin Coin. Crypto Flip says basically you're mining ETH and it's converting to whatever crypto you choose. Okay. Twitter space with Mindy and TARP. Oh, that's an interesting one. You know what? Let's do this giveaway, and then let's check out that Twitter space. See what they got talking about on over there. All right, we got 69. I feel like that's perfect for our top TARP friends. Hit them with the 69 retweets on that. It helps if I put in the right one. All right, so we got 31 retweets on this one. I was looking at the old tweet, my bad. Looks like we got, let me refresh this. Make sure we got the most up-to-date 31 retweets. If you haven't already, I'm going to put it up there because we got more than that in chat. So I'm going to give y'all just a second. We give y'all 1 minute and we're going to run this bad boy. 1 minute. If you have not already, please jump over to Twitter. Hit that retweet button and just make sure. Pull it up, Justin. All right, let's put it up there. I had it on there too, huh?
Listed up here the tweet that actually tells you how to actually purchase TARP on a pancake swap. And also, if you actually go to Just Moonshot on a YouTube, and all you have to do is put on there how to actually swap your Ethereum to BNB tokens and how to purchase TARP. There's like a numerous videos that have done it on it, and you can actually watch those videos and actually show you how to actually buy TARP. Though.
Okay. I think what I like about the BSC personally is some people only have like $300 or $500 to invest. And with Ethereum, it's like if you have to pay a $200 ETH fee in a transaction or something, that's
funny. That's funny, Donald.
To invest. So I think that it gives an opportunity to everyone to be able to purchase.
Awesome. Great. Thank you.
And just quickly, while we're on the subject, just so you guys are aware, BSC is a side chain of Ethereum, which means that it's actually a clone of Ethereum. So a lot of stuff works in the exact same way. So, you know, you have your.
That's a strong team right there.
Everything is kind of the same. Just think of Ethereum. All the promises of Ethereum 2.0 kind of already realized. You're just not, you know, you have those extremely fast speeds. You have extremely low fees, and everything's just, you know, works great.
Tell your friends you never know when Baffles is going to pop
The
into
reason why,
JustAman
let me
stream
just
and
add to
drop
this,
a
the
couple
reason why a
NFTs.
lot of
Absolutely.
creators are starting to go with BSC is because whether you know it or not, or maybe you don't watch crypto news, but Binance is very much getting ready to be the powerhouse of crypto. And so that's why they're moving their entire headquarters to the Middle East because of what they plan on doing. That's one of the reasons why that a lot of tokens are going to that, and you'll notice in the next little bit, and especially over the next, a lot of them. And so, honestly, I'm happy that TARP, for their own reasons, of course, joined that. And so that's where it's I can't, I'm trying not to tell too much, but the future is definitely going to end up being in this and with finance. And so it's if I've joked all the time that I'm an Ethereum junkie because I've been on the Ethereum blockchain for so long, and so I feel like I can never have enough. But uh, obviously that's now slipping, and
Hey,
I don't
hey,
know if
hey,
you can.
Mandy, you're breaking up.
Oh,
Mandy,
am
you're
I?
breaking up. Yes, yeah. Actually, got few words got cut off though. I mean,
Oh,
that's what I heard. I don't know if everybody else had the same experience. Yeah, actually, yeah, I couldn't hear the last couple of sentences that you said. Actually, you was coming in and it was
oh.
breaking up.
Hey, real quick, while we're doing this, we are going to go ahead and run that giveaway, and then we'll jump back into
Yes,
this
yes, okay.
AMA
Oh, okay.
real fast. So let's get over here into Absorios. Boom, settings. Boom. Let's go. Here we go. Seda for Journey. Seda for Journey. Congratulations. 2-minute timer on that. 2-minute timer. Congratulations. Seda for Journey winning that. Stevie, that's you? That's awesome. That's hilarious. Stevie won. Mr. I don't like NFTs. This Stevie's backup. Stevie, congratulations, brother. Let me get over there and congratulations, Steven Chapman. Congratulations there. So now we'll get into this app or this.
Thank you, Justin.
I did have a question.
This Twitter space.
Because this was brought to me last night, actually. And sorry for jumping in there, but so from what I understand, and maybe you can help me with this one, Token Sniffer just takes a snapshot from what I understand. Now, with the AI, will they be doing more than just taking a quick scan, or will they be probing different elements of the contract?
Sam, we just ran it. We just ran the second giveaway.
So what it's going to be doing is it's going to be running a scan through the code constantly, and what's going to end up happening is that there's more than just the contract to look at. Anyone who's been in crypto long enough knows that you also have to be looking at the deployer wallet. So that's the wallet that controls the contract. And you have to be looking at the dev wallets. and you have to be looking at any wallet that can affect the project. So what it's going to do is it's going to be going through that kind of contract, looking for call actions that happen. I'm not sure if you've ever seen one. If you ever look at a deployer address, you can see exactly the call action. And if you go into logs, you can see what was actually changed. So it's really important that we look at those things and record those things. And when we see one of those calls happen that can be, questionable, let's say, that we flag those and we at least let people know, hey, somebody's gone and changed something on the contract through this call. It was done on this date. Take a look, see if the developers are communicating this or if this is something that should be deemed suspicious.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that I was trying to say the other night in a Twitter space is that it's not just going to be a reader; it's going to be also looking at the wallet, which what I think makes the app unique from what's available on the market right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're not looking at those deployer wallets and what they're doing, you're missing 90% of the picture, to be honest with you. Because let's be honest. Let's say I create a token, right? And I renounce the ownership, and everybody feels safe because I renounced the ownership. I can't make calls. I can't do stuff like that. But all of a sudden, I start messing with liquidity because I can do that with the deployer address. Do you want to know that? Absolutely. But is something like, Token Sniffer going to give that? No, it's not. It's one of those things that it's looking at a quick snapshot and it updates every like third time that it's checked, basically. Where ours is always updating in the background. So yeah, it's going to be a little more powerful. Let's say that.
And from what I understand, you're going to try to make it user friendly. So like me, who's kind of eating crayons all the time, I could understand what's going on without being
Yeah.
too technical, right?
Yeah, and that's another important part of it is that you as the end user will be able to fully understand. And you should stop eating the crayons, Empire. I know they're delicious. You should probably lay off them a little bit. But yeah, the whole idea is
Volume
that,
okay on this AMA, guys?
we're not going to do it in text speak. Yes, we're going to tell you what the call is, but we're also going to explain what that is, what is the danger, and examples where it's been abused before, so that we can give you a very clear understanding. And a month after you use a month of using our app, you're probably going to be able to go read a contract because you're going to know not only what the technical term was, but also what it means and be able to, understand that cleanly. So that's a very important thing because you need to understand. And if I just say, hey, anti-bot call action did this, people are going to be like, what? Right? I'd rather have people
True.
go, okay, so they've blacklisted a wallet, that was, a hacker or something like that, or a bot, and now it's blacklisted. If you looked at it the other way, it could seem something strange, and you just gotta, really understand what's happening.
So we are going to be adding Oh, sorry, toddler yelling. We are going to be adding an educational element to this app as well, right? Like an FAQ or
Absolutely.
a definition list as well.
Yeah, and there's going to be also a video series on how to read contracts manually. So if those people who want to really learn and really deep dive, it'll be there.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Justin. Justin, I believe Mindy has a question. Go ahead, Mindy.
No, mine was more of a statement, so that way you could go on to another speaker. I was just going to tell you, Moonshot, thank you for going in depth with that, because I think a lot of people, it's kind of like a blind trust. They think a renounced contract is 100% renounced, thinking that there's nothing ever that could be changed, and that's not really true because it all comes down to the coding. And so thank you for going into detail in that, because I don't think most people even know that.
Yeah, and most people don't understand that there's ways to code a contract to make it look like it's renounced and it's not, and you can pull back ownership at any time. And it's a pretty scary fact that you think you're in a renounced project, you checked it once, and all of a sudden, what, they have full control again? Like, what's happening? And yeah, it's a scary place.
Thank you. We actually have a couple of speakers. I'm going to get Shakara. Go ahead, Shakara. Hi, Shakara. Oh, I think I lost her. Go ahead, Barty. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. I'm not sure if everyone else can.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Sorry.
Oh, we got you, Barty. How are you doing?
Yes, we got it, buddy.
Yeah,
I was
good. How you
wondering.
guys go?
Pretty
No,
good, thank you.
so thank you for sharing the contract. The question I have, Moon, is for people who want to understand more about coding, where's a good place for them to start? Like someone like me who's got an inquisitive mind. You know, you've gone from something to an oracle essentially in your own time. Where would someone go to, and what are the type of things? So if everyone can go onto BSC Scan or Etherscan and look at a contract, but what specifically do we look for when you're looking for taxes or call actions? Like, where do we go to find that information?
Yeah, so if you're on like say BSC Scan or Etherscan and you don't want to look through all the code, there's a section that says read and write. The write section is very revealing, if you would. Those are the call actions a token admin can use if it's not renounced. So you'll see things like being able to change taxes or you know, add to the blacklist, or there's like a million different ones that could be there. They have to be coded in the contract, but that section doesn't lie. It tells you exactly what they can do. So, you know, it's a really, really revealing section to go look, if that makes sense. Now, things can be labeled different things, so you do have to be kind of careful. So that's where, you know, learning to read Solidity can go a long way. You know, there's a few ways to learn that. One of the ways to do it is to get the books on it. You know, there's a Solidity for Dummies type thing. Um, the only issue with that though is when you go through those books, they're usually, you know, a fair bit behind. So what you do is you'd have to research that book and then go read through the changes on the change log versus. So, for example, somebody who reads that book might be looking at version 6 or 0.6, where we're on 8.11 now. So you have to look at the change logs and see what's changed. But as far as goes, Solidity is not the most difficult programming language to learn. It's fairly easy. So I would definitely say, you know, if you want to learn, there's definitely resources out there for that.
Thank you. Can I just have a follow-up question, please, Alex?
What's good,
Absolutely.
Poco?
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
So most recently, some launches have had bot attacks, and I know that.
Hey, Stevie, congratulations on that win for your
had
daughter on that
anti-bot
NFT.
protection, not only with the
Congratulations, brother.
frequency of the transactions, but also specifically. So if I'm looking to invest in a project and I look at the contract, what specifically are we looking for anti-bot protection? Because I think that's people's biggest fear now. There's been a number of projects that people have gone in, and then you've got front running, you've got snipes, we've got bots. It's chaos.
Yeah.
So what do we look for as a newbie investor? What do we look for to understand what anti-bot is in layman's terms?
So anti-bot is generally based around two things. It's based around max transactions and generally around the timeouts, the cooldowns. Now, what we did on our contract was different than what everyone else does. Most people program in a timeout, it's called a cooldown, and it's programmed per side usually. So, you know, you might have a cooldown on buys. So every 30 seconds somebody can buy, and then you might have a cooldown on sells, and that might, you know, so you don't get constant sells. But the trick that we did was we actually tied them together. So if you bought and you went to sell, it went and looked at the transaction block, and there was a certain timer set to say, okay, you can't transact just yet. You're gonna have to wait a few more seconds. Now, what kind of bot does that deal with? Those are the front run bots that you see, the ones that buy and sell on the same block or the next block. And what they do is they're basically pulling liquidity from the project. Those are probably the scariest bots that there are out there. As far as the sniping bots, a lot of what our success came down to was the fact that you guys knew exactly the minute we were going to go live, because it would be easy for to use a sniping bot, because all a sniping bot does is look for the block to go live and then makes an early trade. That's what a sniping bot does. So those are very hard to actually combat against. In that sense, it's more of working with your community to make sure that your community is getting the first buy in that case.
Thank you. That's awesome.
No problem.
I think Roger or Rog Law, he's had some questions there, so I'm just going to let him up.
Yep. Before he, okay, go ahead. Did you send him the invite, Empire?
Yeah, he's just connecting now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's just taking a second.
Yeah.
He might be getting rugged. Try rejoining, maybe.
Yeah. If you want to bring somebody else up until he connects, that's fine. Oh, there we go. He re-requested. I'll get him. See if we can connect on time. There we go.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Rob.
Thanks for doing this.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, no worries. I just had to leave and come back. Yeah, thanks for having me up here. I just have a couple of questions. One, you said earlier that by the Dubai Expo, you guys would have a skeleton of the AI app, and I was wondering if, just based on your experience, how long after something like that gets shown do you think we'll have the full version up and running?
Yeah, we're fully on track for end of Q1, early Q2 for the first version, which is first version is the web version. We figured go web first, that way everyone has access, and then we'll roll out the mobile apps after.
Awesome. And then my second question is, and I think you might have talked about it a little earlier, but why is it that maybe some or a lot of these apps don't kind of take the approach that TARP did and help limit the bots and do all the work ahead of time versus, just everyone getting screwed over when the bots get the first buys?
Yeah, what it came down to was we did something different. We kind of conceived of how would this work. We sat down and Matt and I, and we talked about it, and we tried to figure out how could we. So we looked at the different types of bots, obviously, and there's certain ones you can't stop, unfortunately. But the main one that causes the most problems is those front run or sandwich bots. And so we looked at it as what could we do to trick them into failing, because if you have a bot that fails, generally it'll shut down. So the idea was we would have some type of cooldown in place, and then we had to find the way to make those two cooldowns talk to each other instead of just being on one side or the other. And so it came down to really coming up with the concept and then executing it. And in our case, we got lucky. We did well. We executed. The idea worked perfectly. And yeah, we went without pretty much any bots to speak of on launch, which was incredible. It was a really exciting launch to watch when there wasn't bots involved. We got to see what crypto could really do.
Yeah, I bought in like the first 2 minutes, and it was amazing to just see like everyone actually being able to buy tokens instead of seeing those big bot buys and then everyone's just get pissed off.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, right? Because it's frustrating too, because you get those front run bots hitting usually early in a project where they'll buy and they'll sell next block, and they'll end up eating away the liquidity pool of a project. So you got to be really, really careful if you aren't running bot protection, that your liquidity pool is big enough that it can handle you know, a substantial attack, and that comes down to just adding more liquidity in most cases. But what we did is we tested this on testnet. We made sure everything was working. We added more liquidity than we needed to, just to be safe, just to make sure everyone was okay. And then when it launched and you know, our concepts get proven and working, it was an incredible experience because, you know, we had enough liquidity layer to protect against it, but we didn't need it. And because of that, you know, you saw what happened. Like that first day was 16,000%, I think. And with no drop off, we didn't have a drop off until people wanted to take profits. So yeah, it was an incredible experience.
Yeah, thank you. And then just to make sure I have it right, like the front run bots, if you look at like Dex Tools, that's the one with like the big red like person next to. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it looks like a little detective.
Yep.
Yeah, that's if you if you use Defined, which is another really neat DeFi kind of charting system that's very similar to Dex Tools. But what they do is they actually have graphics, and it'll show you so they actually break it up into what they call the sandwich bot, and because that's another term for it. And they actually have the bread, like the meat, and then the top piece of bread. So it shows you what liquidity they were able to pull out, and it really defines it down to quite a neat level. So it's kind of fun to watch on that if you are looking at those bots.
What's the name of that again?
It's Defined. Let me get you the full link here. We have it in our Discord. If you just go charts, and Defined is defined.fi. F is in Frank, I is in India.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Not a problem.
Thank you. I know, guys, before I jump into the next Tetron, I know Shakara's been on a few times. Hey, Shakara, go ahead.
I'm trying to get my question out. Hopefully it doesn't drop on me.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. So I just had a question for Justin. I know with everything that TARP has going on, did you ever foresee such involvement with the devs? I guess really my question is, when it comes to getting help with contracts, maybe help on launches, is there going to be one specific place where they can reach out to either?
I think you're cutting out.
Yeah, we lost her. But yeah, okay. So I got the gist of the question though. You know, with everything, did we foresee this? We actually planned for it. We wanted to be able to help more developers who do want the help at the end of the day, because that makes a better space, and we think that's important. As far as, you know, did we expect it this quickly? Probably not. You know, it would have been probably better if if it wasn't until like the full system set up and the office set up and we got all the teams set up. But as far as it goes, like, we still, you know, want to help with keeping everybody safe, and you know that includes the developers at the end of the day, because the developers are people like you and myself and everybody here that just have an idea and they want to make sure that they can execute on that idea. But we're also in a very kind of, if you would, dangerous space, because you know you're playing with a lot of money at the end of the day, and you got to take it as a, you know, it's a big responsibility, and you got to do it right, and you got to make sure you're doing everything right. You're not leaving one thing on the table, and that's what it came down to. You know, when Koa happened, like there was no question. You know, as soon as I talked to the owner Stan, and we realized what happened, you know, it was one of those things. You know, we can help fix this if you're willing to put the time in and make sure that, you know, the second launch goes properly. And he's a fighter, so you know, he works well with that type of, you know, needing that help. You know, other people, you know, I've had other devs reach out to me for advice and ignore that advice, and it's turned out bad for them, and it's, you know, it's unfortunate, but it's one of those things that, you know, if they have a question and we can answer it, we're going to answer it.
Thank you, Justin. Go ahead, Matt. Hey, Matt.
Hey there, guys. I just wanted to hop on quickly and say hello. So yeah, I'm currently driving home from a couple of meetings, but I just had to pull the car over and say that this year, obviously, will be incredible. We're working on a lot of moving parts, and everything will come into fruition soon. And yeah, we can start, sharing our utility with you all. So yeah, I'm going to keep driving on home and listen to everyone in this space. Again, thank you for being here, and I hope you are all well.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Be safe, please. Thank you. And all right, so we got go ahead, Tetra.
Yeah, so I just popped in to say hello to Empire Investor. So just Moonshot. Empire Investor was sort of introducing me to you, in a way, but I didn't get the full scoop. So what is it that you kind of do, and what are your services in Web3?
So as far as what we're doing, we decided to create a token in the fall that centered around blockchain security for investors. We thought that would be really important. Along with that, we have upcoming an audit system where developers, if you're starting your own token, you need to get an audit done. We'll be able to do that, and then through our strategic partnerships, that will give you a badge of approval, a TARP badge of approval, in fact. And so certain listing sites will be helping. That'd be helping your listing, potential, as well as with one of our key strategic partners. They have a wallet that's coming out very, very soon, where you're going to be able to use fiat with crypto, in a way that it does price impact the regular charts on like Dex tools and stuff like that. And for their their comfort level, they're going to be using us as basically their verifier, of the projects that they're bringing on. That's just an idea of like some of the stuff we're doing. We're going to be working with other projects doing very, very similar things. And then as far as the apps go, we have number one, we have the contract reading app that's going to be powered by AI. It's going to be on. You just heard about it, but it's going to be on mobile as well. You're going to be able to put your portfolio in. It'll track, and everything like that, and it'll give a TARP score to each project. From there, we are also doing a social media platform. The social media platform is going to be later on, going into the end of the year, and that's going to be a place kind of like Twitter, kind of like Discord, where we can get rid of fake accounts, we can get rid of scammers, and we can do that in minutes or seconds instead of days, weeks, or months. So that's kind of just the gist of the quick elevator pitch of the project.
So when you're creating your smart contract for your token, are you going to utilize some form of revocability within the token itself, just in case projects have the bottom fall out from under them, or the developers just abandon it after a certain period?
So as far as that side goes, if people are creating tokens, it'll be done through a strategic partnership, most likely, just because we already have stuff in place there, and we'll be kind of announcing how that's going to work. But it's people who we know. In fact, everyone in this room kind of knows them. They're just not talking about it yet. But as far as it goes, it's going to be one of those things that we'll see how that's done. But as far as it goes, they're looking at being able to create a system where, let's say you had a great idea and you want to get started, they would be able to create your contract for you. If you need a website, create the website, get you launched, get you running, and everything like that. So, as far as revocability, I mean, I can talk to them about that and see if that's a possibility.
Yeah, so for the social media aspect, with the app that you're creating, are you thinking of onboarding, I would say, gray hats for something like this? Because you mentioned, uh, getting rid of fake accounts or scammer accounts or this and that would take a certain element of individuals.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a full set of administrators over there that are on staff, and then the other thing too is we're gonna have a weighted voting system, basically. if somebody sees an account that is doing something that's, say, trying to copy somebody else and be a fake account, if it gets flagged, just even a couple of times, it'll be put into a separate pool that's not visible to the public. It'll be then verified by our team very quickly. If it's found that, hey, okay, this is a fake account, whatnot, that person will be removed. And then if it turns out that it was an attack where people were trying to, take somebody down or something like that, they would have their accounts, depending on severity, would be as far as revoked. If they're just making bad judgment calls, they would lose their voting power in that type of situation. But as far as it goes, it would be community monitored, as well as our onboarded team.
Oh, okay. So that kind of answers my question, because my question was more like, oh, okay, are you talking about accounts and scammers in general, or within the group? And that kind of answered the question.
Kind of both. So one of the things we're going to do is just to give you an idea. So it's going to be kind of two tiers. So there's going to be your main tier, which is kind of like your Twitter, Facebook type idea, where you're communicating with others and you're sharing what you're passionate about in the space and everything like that. And then the second tier is going to be for the developers themselves. There'll be a developer page, if you would, and that would kind of replace the need for something like Telegram or Discord. And the idea there is that they have all the tools there to build their own communities within the space. Now, if there was an issue there, it would be handled in the same way as well.
RD, what's good, brother?
And you're providing.
Thank you for coming a Just a fan of the JustAman show, brother.
You're
Appreciate
providing
you.
full stack services from web analytics to web security to building smart contracts. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll be covering all that.
All right, that's tight. So Empire Investing was actually introducing me to you and the TARP community, and then we were trying to factor out what a strategic partnership would look like between the BDA and TARP eventually, as we both develop our communities.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, you can always reach out to us, show us what you're working on, and then we would find a way that it would work beneficial for everybody. At the end of the day, our project, let's be front and forward with this, will be having a lot of strategic partnerships, and it's because we want to, bring out the best in the crypto space, and to do that, we need other partners, we need other tokens, we need other projects where it makes sense for that partnership to happen.
Yeah, and also it's pretty important to. Yeah. What's up, Empire?
Hey, yeah, sorry, I'm driving, so I'm sorry I didn't say hi right off the gate. But hey, man, it's good to hear your voice again. We had a great chat last night. Loved it.
Yeah. Thank you. So Just Moons. So with this strategic partnership, so are you kind of factoring in the concept that when people do research and analysis, as a specific community, their tempo and the type of research will start to synchronize within that community, and in doing so, it might provide for lack of oversight within that group. So would your strategic partnerships be potentially for combating something like that? Like, hey, this other group is also doing research, and this other group has this utility. Let's kind of combine and fill the gaps within analysis and research. Is that?
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I mean, we're biting off a big chunk, but we also know that there's other projects that are biting off different chunks, or have other things to offer, and other insights to offer. And I think that if we turned our back on stuff like that, we'd be doing, the crypto space a disservice at the end of the day.
Of course.
Thank you.
Well, it's good to get to meet you.
You too.
I do want to say, guys, posted the Coin Social Twitter handle as well. It actually gives you a little bit more information what Justin was saying about the Coin Social media on it regarding the actually finding out the correct information on different cryptos or the person that actually handling it. Okay, I'm gonna go to Crypto John. Go ahead, Crypto John.
Hey, I just have one simple question. How is Matt's audio so crisp in his car? Is he riding around in a studio? What are you doing, Matt?
No, it's his German built car. I'm telling you, they actually know how to do Bluetooth.
Matt has to pull over to answer that question. So when Matt comes back, we'll definitely ask him this. Because this is the one question I got repeatedly asked on a Discord as well. Is Matt actually having his studio microphone with him? How is it so crisp?
I could just see him there with like the mic arm attached to the steering wheel as he's driving around.
His lighted background.
All right, cool. Okay, I don't see questions. Let's see. I do have one question that came up. Justin, actually, you covered most of it. It's coming from the Discord. The question is actually been asked is that since you've already answered everything to Chacha regarding the way our the full service regarding the smart contract launch as well as assistance, they're also asking is that is the service is live or when is it going to go live with that service, and do we have some kind of, I believe the price services on that one, and what capacity are we going to be doing it?
So yeah, so what it comes down to in a lot of cases is one, are we going to be doing it, or is our strategic partner going to be handling it? So if they're handling it, I mean, we have to talk to them about what they're expecting price wise and stuff like that. The idea is that our portion will always be paid in TARP. And like I said before, what we're going to do is we're going to take those TARP tokens and put them back into the community in some way or another. So it's one of those things that, you know, we were talking about this earlier on Discord. For our end, we can fully sustain the project on the developer wallet. And that was the whole idea behind the developer wallet, is that it will fully sustain the entire project when we hit volume. To give you an idea, if we hit the volume that Saitama has, the dev wallet would be paid about $5.4 million per month. And if we can't make the project work on $5.4 million per month, we're doing something really wrong. So at the end of the day, when we're getting paid for services rendered through the
What's good, Money Man? We are listening to the
those
TARP
profits
AMA
go back
at the moment.
into the community directly. We're gonna have a few different ways of doing that. You know, there's giveaways. We'll do some token burns. We'll do all kinds of fun stuff with it. But as far as it goes, the main goal is that you guys, as the investors, reap the benefits of the services rendered.
Awesome, thank you. That's really really good to hear that one. Awesome, perfect. Okay, I don't see any other questions.
I have a question. I have a
yeah.
fun question. So this is the fun stuff that I used to ask on Moonshot's channel. So what does it look like for market cap for us? And what does a 10x look like and a 100x look like? I remember when I first started watching your channel, those were the funnest little DD things you would do with Saitama. So how about turning it on our own coin for a second?
Yeah, it's one of those things, right? It's tough to do those on your own token because you don't want to be biased. But you know, it's one of those things. You know, do I see us being at $1 billion market cap? Yeah, we can make it there. I think we'll have enough people using the app. There'll be enough going on that I think that the reality is to hit a 1 billion market cap is very achievable, and we're going to keep moving that way. You know, if that happens, there's going to be a lot of people in this room who are very, very excited at the end of the day, because we're still extremely early on at the end of the day. And you know, I won't go too much in depth like I normally do, because I think hearing it from a dev is a little cheesy.
I guess so. I just miss your channel when you did those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
well, the whole idea behind that was to show people, you know, how to do some type of prediction based on, you know, reality compared to, you know, just saying, hey, this thing will have $100 billion market cap, and it's like, yeah, that's, you know, or a $700 billion market cap, and it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you know, it's not $700 trillion in the world or whatever. And yeah, it was more just to show people the math that's behind market cap and how you work those things out.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Those were my favorite videos, to be honest. But and we're sitting at what right now, like a $19 million market cap. I didn't check today.
Yeah, we've been sitting just under 20 for the last 2 days. So
it's awesome. Oh, so everyone's still early.
Yep. I mean, any token buying within the first 3 months is very early. It's kind of like buying Saitama in July or August, or SHIB buying in December 2020. So you guys can see that how early this token is. So that's and Moon actually I know that you just to cover it up a little bit. I have one question that came out of Discord. They're saying, are you gonna have some kind of like a forum or something? They're gonna be doing it for the NFT marketplace testing done, or when are we expecting that the test that will come out, the rollout?
Yeah, so the idea is that what we'll do is we will, you know, create a form and people can fill it out. I mean, we'll be a little bit selective on, you know, who's testing. Just, you know, people who have experience with OpenSeas, you know, or Rarible or another platform, just so they have a understanding, like even just from the consumer side of buying, just because we need you to be able to compare it. But as far as it goes, when we go into the beta test, in my mind, the product's ready. It's just we're making 100% sure at a little bit larger scale than you do in testing to make sure everything's working, everybody's happy, everybody's having good experience, and then we'll start rolling it out from there. So, yeah, you should see the forum coming up in the next little bit, and we'll, you know, we'll start building the beta team, and we'll, like I said, we'll kick it, we'll have some fun, we'll try and break it, and if everything works out great, then everybody else will be able to get to play the same game.
I had a question regarding that. So, in what makes you most excited about the NFT project, and what makes it unique from some other of them in the space?
What makes me most excited is not using OpenSeas again. Just I'm sick of the problems and sick of the issues. You know, when you're creating a project in NFTs and you're trying to sell it, but everybody has problems buying, it's a really frustrating experience. And so I think in reality that, you know, that's what I'm most excited for. The big thing for us is going to be the way that it's implemented. There's going to be different versions, obviously, as we roll out all the functions. But, you know, we've talked about some of these things from fractionalization, where you're going to be able to break up an NFT. And, you know, Vardy had this incredible idea of, you know, if you're trying to fund a winery, you know, taking a shot of the property from, you know, Google Maps or from a drone or something, and then being able to cut it up so that you can do, you know, decentralized loans basically using that. I think that's such a cool idea, because most people don't look at fractionalization in that way. I think that's so awesome. You know, the card packs, like the collector's packs, you don't see that on every platform. There's going to be really, really cool things. Let's put it this way. If anyone's even thought of an idea, and I've heard of it, for an NFT marketplace, it's going into this so that we're future proofed. We know that we're ready to go on basically anything that the NFT, you know, market can shift towards. And I think that's going to be really exciting.
Justin, I actually wanted to. We have a Vern here requesting it. I do wanted to ask. Actually, Mendy just asked me on this one too. Are we going to actually have some kind of education classes on how to read contracts? Is that kind of something in works or something in the future?
Yeah, so that's going to be part of the app when it comes out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have an educational series of how to read contracts, what you're looking at, what you should be looking at, and you know, the ways that I look at contracts and the things that I'm spotting. And it's one of those things that, you know, For those people who do want to deep dive and really learn, it's going to be highly technical, kind of the opposite of our app, where our app is very educational, but done in a way that everybody can understand. If people want to really deep dive and really get into the nitty gritty and down into the the mud with it, that's going to be there for them too.
Okay. Go ahead, Mandy.
See, what I was, because I was talking with Alex about it, is that I think a lot of people don't, well, how do I say it? I think a lot of people don't understand or know um, that TARP is different than other tokens. I mean, other than the fact it's a BSC, because a lot of people don't understand what it is. And also, what I was saying with Alex is, right now in the community, there's several people that are holding spaces that are, to their own regard, trying to teach about coding and trying to teach about, how to read a contract. Just because, a lot of bad investments wouldn't happen if people actually knew how to do those things. And so, what I was suggesting to Alex is that, you TARP, it's the same thing, but start having spaces where you can begin teaching people, even if it's the layman terms, or even the basics. Because, Moonshot, you are by far one of the most regarded people in all of crypto, for your education and your knowledge in both. And me personally, I personally would definitely appreciate, if you did that for the community, just so that way that they would get an actual proper education, and not somebody saying that what they're saying is valid. They are actually getting it from someone that is one of the highest regarded people in all of crypto that they're getting their education from. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what we were talking about.
Yeah, and I think that would be interesting. I feel like the visual aids would be a little bit better on YouTube in that case, just because then we can have the contract in front of us, and going through each and every section of it, if you would.
Yeah, what you could do, just a suggestion, is you could, whenever you start the space, maybe you could pin it to the top so they know what to go to on their phones or whatever they got, so that way they could follow along that way. Because a lot of people, for whatever reason, on Twitter have an issue with going to YouTube, and so that way that you could reach both of them. This is just my
Yeah.
suggestion.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. The other thing too is one of the things that we're doing coming up is kind of how you saw what happened with the COA, kind of that post-mortem idea of this, here's the situation, here's what happened with this. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking rug pulls that we find, and we're going to be breaking them down, and we're going to look through the contract code live together. We're going to look through, and find what actually happened. And if there was red flags, we'll learn what we should have been looking for, what we did see, and we're going to see if we can figure each of these out in detail, so that people have that learning experience from each one. So when they see that pattern again, or that red flag again, it's very clear what happened.
I think
Awesome.
that's a
Thank you.
terrific idea.
Justin, before I get to Vern, I do want to say something. Actually, a lot of people on Twitter as well as Discord is saying you're the Quincy Jones of crypto. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's true though. Like, that's not even fluffing his head up. That's true for people who have been in crypto for a while, which I have since 2013. But for people who have been in crypto for a while, we all know who Moonshot is. But right now, and over time, with only 4% of people being in crypto, a lot of people will not know who someone is, or their attributes, or who they are. And so I think a lot of people don't, because a lot of Moonshot's time is spent on YouTube, so they don't understand that he is like, I mean, I don't know, he would definitely be in the top 5 brains of crypto in my book anyway. And so I think that a lot of the newcomers don't know that, because it's not like he has it on his banner that says, "Hey, I'm Moonshot. This is who I am."
Yep.
I try and stay humble.
I know you do. We love that about you, Justin.
Yeah, that's
All
why
right.
they put me on the team, so I could be loud and obnoxious. on behalf of Moonshot, who's super polite and nice.
I'm kind of the same way on Empire here too. I'm the same way, trying to pick, go to different places, try to pick fights and stuff. But anyway, let's move on. Let's go to Vern. Go ahead, Vern.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear, sir.
What's going on? How you doing, Moonshot? How's everyone doing?
Doing fantastic. How are you doing, Vern?
Good. I would like to say, when my friends call me and they ask me about coins, because I don't know why they ask me. And first and foremost, I ask them, hey, do you have any TARP? And they go, what is TARP? I laugh at them and I say, call me back when you get some. So they call me back after they get some. I don't know. I don't understand if you have a wallet in crypto why you don't have TARP. Moonshot is not paying me. It's one of the coins that I've researched, and I'm like, why didn't anybody else think of this? But look at who thought of it, the genius Moonshot. So luckily, I had a lifeline, and I called him that night when we were trying to play Super Saver Coin, which we kind of failed at because we forgot the first part of all of it because we rushed in and tried to save the world. But at the end of the day, I'm glad to reached out to Moonshot that night and made a connection with him that me, Cuff, and Justin really do honor that we can call him and we can connect with him at any time. And like I said, I just want to let everybody know on this space, please get some TARP. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thanks, Vern.
Vern, thank you so much, buddy. It's very nice. I'm still waiting for your response for the drinks, though.
I mean, well, I'm not sick anymore, so of course, anytime,
Absolutely.
man. I'll drop my number. Just DM me. I'll drop you my number, brother.
All right, absolutely, buddy. Thank you. We'll definitely meet up at the National Harbor or something.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
Mindy.
Hey, Vern.
All right, let's go to Saitama Explosion. Hey, buddy.
Hey, Alex, how you doing, bro? Just Moonshot, man. Hey, I just wanted to reach out and say thank you, man. I really appreciate the hard work and the dedication that you do. And, man, I just can't wait to see this relaunch, bro. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. God bless you, dude, for that, man.
Yeah, it's exciting, you know.
For reaching out to you guys, man.
Yeah, we got the contract finished up, and I'm proud of this contract, and you know, we're gonna get it on testnet, make sure everything's working properly. But you know, it's gonna be awesome.
I really, 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 really appreciate that, man. Thank you, dude, and thanks, Vern, Cuffin, all you guys that helped jump into this, and really appreciate it, man. I can't wait to see what happens.
Right. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't see any requests. If anybody else would like to speak or say a few words, go ahead, guys. Request the mic.
I think I'm seeing a couple you're not seeing. Give me a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
I have
please.
to learn how to do this. I'm gonna bring all three up. Let's go. Big Hen first.
Okay.
Then JT. Crypto Evangelist is here. And
Yep,
Voice of Reason. I don't think we're full, so I think I can get all in. Let's start with Big Hen. Oh, he's connecting, so we'll give him a second. I'm getting excited.
Awesome. Thank you, Justin. Finally learning it. Yeah, I can see those requests there. Yeah, perfect. Go ahead, Big Hen.
How you guys doing? So I saw you guys had the title "How to Read a Contract," right? I'm looking at one right now. I don't know if you guys have time for that.
If you want to DM it to me, we can take
Okay, I'll DM it to you because it looks a little funny to me. I could be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, we can take quick poke.
All right, I'll
Why
do
not?
that.
Right.
I gotta say, I love these impromptu let's test Moonshot moments. We do it to him on the YouTube channel all the time. We're like, hey Moonshot, you know, and that's what I think I liked the most when back when Moonshot was mostly just YouTube, was we would just go in the chat, like just throw him some curveballs just to see what he can do. It's so funny. So I like doing it to him too. I'm happy it's Big Hen this time.
Yeah,
And I'm
and
glad
it's
it's
weird
happening.
what I'm looking at because the website shows that there is 75% lock liquidity and 50% burn. But when you actually go to the contract address on Etherscan, the burn wallet is only showing 4.6 something percent burn and 2.5% locked. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's take
All right.
let's take a look. I just sent you a DM. If you could just send me the contract code and or website, I can take a quick look.
I just want to let you guys know that I really wish at the moment where Twitter had a streaming service where we can see what Justin's going to be looking at.
I know, right?
Well, in the meantime, yep.
There is a streaming service. It's called YouTube.
To the app now. I'm going to ask, like, hey, at least host or a co-host should have ability to share the screen or something. So hopefully that's the next one, though. I do want to go over to the next speaker in the meantime while Justin take a look at it.
Yep,
see if me and Empire can handle it. Go ahead, JT, in the meantime.
Hi guys. Well, I've got two questions actually. The first one is about the app. Is the app going to work across all chains, or is there going to be some limitations on that? Is it going to work on like Phantom, Kronos, and all those other like smaller chains as well?
So to start, it's going to work on Ethereum, basically anything that's got Solidity code, which is almost all blockchains. It's just implementing in the APIs for each of the explorers for those chains. The hardest one to do will be ADA, and the reason why is because we need to learn a whole new programming language to be able to do it with ADA, but that is something that's on the roadmap as well.
Okay, cool. And the other thing I wanted to ask is, when you look at something like Token Sniffer, and it's got a section at the bottom where it says liquidity lock, and it tells you if it's locked, where it's locked, how long it's locked for. When that's scanning for that liquidity lock, is that scanning universally? So if it's coming up there, it's definitely locked. And if it's not coming up as locked, is it missing certain places it could be locked, or is it
Absolutely.
If it's saying unlocked, then it's unlocked?
Not only that, there's been many cases where I've seen it be completely inaccurate, where it says that something's locked for 2 or 3 years, and then all of a sudden it gets rug pulled, and it's like, well, how was that 3 years? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. I don't know exactly how they're connecting and trying to check those things. There is a few ways to do it, but as far as it goes, yeah, I do find that their liquidity lock information is questionable at best. So, if I'm using something like Token Sniffer and I see liquidity is locked at Unicrypt or something like that, I'm going to go check on Unicrypt. I'm going to double check it. I'm going to verify it, because obviously liquidity lock is such an important thing at the end of the day.
Yeah, cool. Thanks. That's all I've got to ask.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Justin, I actually had one question just got DM'd to me. The question is actually, would there be a fee to use our contract reader application?
Not for the front end, no. The way the fees are going to be charged is when developers come to us to have the audits done. But we don't want to create a barrier of entry for new investors. We want them to be happy to use our app free of charge.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to Crypto Evangelist. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey guys, I see a bunch of giveaways all the time on Twitter, and you never get to see who won. So I was going to write a pretty tweet or a pretty DM, but I'm not good at that. So man, Justin and Matt and my TARP family, I really appreciate you guys for me winning the giveaway today. And it's awesome. TARP does more than that, though. I feel like I've already won a giveaway just by buying in. It's the best community that there is in the crypto space right now. And I've been involved in, back in the day, forums and chat rooms. And this is the best thing I've ever seen going. Like, there's a little bit of fighting, but there's mostly no fighting. And, we're all just helping people and helping each other and being just an investor in TARP. Like, my wife had a nightmare one night. She woke up in the morning grilling me because she dreamed that I sold TARP for a poo coin. And, it's even my wife, who is not into crypto, she thinks I need to hold a big bag of polka dot. She doesn't know a lot about it, but even she knows TARP is where it's at for us, man. And I'm just really appreciative of everything everybody's doing. Alex for holding the spaces, the whole community, man. It's really great. If you don't own a bag, buy one.
And thank you, man. I appreciate it. 1 second. Justin, I do want to go over with you, and I think this has been asked many times on a lot of different spaces, as well as on your stream. On the token sniffer, actually tell us that we can't sell TARP. We're a honeypot. Can you tell us the reason why token sniffer tell our contract, the TARP contract, is a honeypot, or you can't sell it? I know we can because I've done it, but I'm just want to know why is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why is because Empire Invest hacked it and wanted to give us a meme score. No, I'm kidding. So what it comes down to is that we have a timeout in place, a cooldown between buys and sells. The current time being 69 seconds. That the way that Token Sniffer checks if you're a honeypot or not, and a lot of sniffers do, is they create a very small, almost inconceivably small buy and sell in a very quick amount of time. And if the the sell gets blocked for any reason, it comes up as a honeypot. And in the case, it's just not waiting the 69 seconds to confirm that we're not. We've reached out to them and asked them to change it, but of course they haven't. But it's it's one of those things that it's the way that they look at it. If you do read their description carefully, though, it does mention saying, if they do have anti-bot technology or something like that, disregard the score. But at the end of the day, it still hurts your top score. So
I think that's the biggest meme of all, right? Because if you look at our chart, it definitely doesn't look like a honeypot. Even though I personally wish that our chart just went green and continuously upwards forever. I mean, look at Squid Game. If we had an upward chart like that never ended, oh boy.
Force the hodls.
Okay, all right. Hey, Justin or Umpire, do you see a request coming in for speaking? We actually have someone that was keep on trying it, but I can't see it on my end. Do you see anybody pending?
I'm not seeing one at this moment.
Okay,
I do
perfect.
see JT's raising his hand though.
Okay, yep. Go ahead, JT. Yep, I don't see anybody. Yeah.
I just wanted to follow up about that the buy and sell order from like Token Sniffer and other contract checkers. Is that why you'll often see, if you look at like Dex Tools and PooCoin and things like that, you'll often see like little tiny transactions, like not even sometimes not even a penny. It'll be 0.00. Is that like Token Sniffer doing their transactions and checking the buys and sells?
Yeah, in a lot of cases, that's what those really tiny microtransactions are. It's just that they're trying to check. And I mean, I'm not sure why they do it that way. There's way better ways of doing it, but it's just how their system's set up.
I always wondered why they were coming up with like these little tiny transactions that weren't even worth the cost of the gas to do them. So that makes sense.
That's just me buying the dip, actually. I'm sorry, I don't got a lot to invest. So those micro transactions, I apologize for them.
I told you, you got to stop trying to invest in Canadian dollars. Or Canadian dollars aren't worth as much.
I've been trying to use my Zimbabwe trillions to purchase, but it hasn't been going so well.
Okay, so Big Hen, just coming back at you. As far as it goes, from what I am seeing on the blockchain, you are correct. It's about 2.5% currently liquidity locked. But the one thing I will say, because I believe they are still in pre-sale currently, this is the one that somebody brought up yesterday that I'm trying to get a little bit of inside information on. I know somebody who was pretty close there. And so I want to see kind of what's up. There was one thing that was a little bit concerning when we were talking to somebody yesterday, and I haven't been able to confirm it, but the number of pre-buyers does seem extremely excessive and extremely high, and that's a little worrying. But one of the reasons why you would see a low liquidity lock at that point during the pre-sale is they're probably trying to fund the project, including the liquidity, the main liquidity in the end through the pre-buy. So you have to add a little bit, but why they would lock that a little bit, I'm not sure.
No question. My bad, because I'm with a customer at the same time. Why would the owner wallet hold so much?
Because it hasn't been fully deployed yet. So
Okay.
yeah, because it's in pre-buy right now. The main group of those tokens would generally still be in the owner's wallet, and then when they go to deploy it on something like Uniswap, it's on ETH, so like Uniswap. If it was on BSC, it would be PancakeSwap. The majority of those tokens will go there once they're ready to go. It's just right at this current time. You do have to hold back some coins. Otherwise, if everyone's pre-buying, yeah, you're gonna end up with a big mess. But it's one of those things that yeah, that type of stuff makes sense in a pre-buy situation. But the problem is when you're doing like these whitelist pre-buys, you got to make sure that one, they're not doing it too excessively because you don't want to get run over later on. Because what ends up happening in a pre-buy is you're getting the token for a highly discounted price, and you're going to end up with a lot of tokens in your wallet at some point.
Thank you, bro. Okay. That answered it, because they couldn't answer it for me when I was in the Telegram and all that other stuff. So
Yeah, in a lot of cases, these developers, they'll kind of jump the gun on the amounts that they're putting up and saying, hey, we have an X amount of liquidity lock, and they haven't even liquidity locked yet. So it's they're just trying to have their website ready, I think, in most cases.
now, if the contract shows that there's a timestamp, I don't know if you saw that, but there was a 7-day timestamp, right?
Yeah.
Does it look like the contract is active right now?
Yeah, it looks like it's currently active for pre-buy.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
can look again, but just what I looked at quickly, it looked like it's currently in pre-buy.
Okay, because the pre-buy was supposed to be for February 12th.
Right.
What they're telling everybody in the Telegram, but it's
yeah, they
open
still
now.
have transfers going right now. The last transfer was 10 hours ago. So that could be people moving wallet to wallet, but as far as it goes, yeah, I would have to look a little deeper into it, but there's definitely things being sent to the contract currently. So
Thank you, bro.
no problem.
I wanted to mention here, guys, if anybody wants to actually get more education pieces and wants to be with all of us, do join our Discord. I've posted a link up there with the tweet. Okay, great. I want to see if anybody else. Yeah, I actually have a couple of people that can get on the speaking mode, though. They were actually tried, restarted, and all that stuff. For some reason, they can't get on a speaker.
It's because it's a honeypot. Honeypot speak.
Yep.
I found one.
Oh yeah, that Sam, voice of reason. He's been trying for half an hour. So
Sorry,
go ahead, voice. Finally, we got him.
Not a problem. I got two quick questions I'd like to ask. As I see this, can you please explain how you might do the marketing going forward? This project is so valuable to the industry, and I know we're going to be getting on a lot of exchanges. Are you going to be marketing this mostly to the institutional type venue that's going to want to have the TARP score, or are you going to go more towards the end user like us who gets it for free, where if you get a big groundswelling of support from the users, we will demand that there be a TARP score, which in turn might get them to do it? Because you know how sometimes the big companies don't always do what they should do without being kind of prodded to do so.
Yeah, and it's we're gonna actually hit both kind of strategically. We do put a little bit more weight on the end user right now, and as we continue, we'll be advertising to the end user, because what we want to be able to do, once everything's up and running, is that if somebody comes to you or one of us and says, "Hey, I want to get into crypto. What do I do?" Well, okay, you want to look for a project you want to invest in, but go check it out on this app, right? And it's one of those things that we want to be getting those, like hitting those people really early when they're coming into crypto, just to make sure they're not going and getting themselves into trouble right off the bat. Because so many people, their first trades, they end up getting rug pulled or they end up having an issue, and you know it's a sad thing to see, and they get frustrated and walk away. And last year was kind of the first year that the acceptance, if you would, of crypto investors was almost stagnant. And I think a lot of that's because people came in and tried and took off because they had a horrible experience.
Yeah, I can see that. I've had quite a few myself over the last year, but it's just a learning curve. My second follow-up question is, I know our supply is rather limited in circulating supply of these tokens. Can you explain a little bit to a novice like me what you could kind of see as a realistic thing happening when the supply dwindles down to not much available left to trade, and it then becomes, buying from others on the open market? How does that really increase the price? I would think it would do dramatically if you couldn't just go to Trust Wallet and buy it because they ran out of that last 2 or 3% that's left.
So it's kind of interesting because there's where this will happen. The first point is when we hit about 1% remaining supply, 2% remaining supply. It's kind of the magic number, and that's where people get kind of nervous, if you would. Oh, it's running out. I better grab it while I can. I will let you know that that is nothing more than psychological at the end of the day. You do have to remember that TARP can be traded up to 9 decimals. So even if there was 1% supply left, there's still 9 decimals within that, and that 1% would be extremely expensive. So it's one of those things that where people are buying millions of tokens, and in some cases a billion tokens now. They might be buying 100 tokens or 50 tokens or zero point 0.5 tokens. It's one of those things. We see that with Bitcoin now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess as early investors, that's what we can all hope for, is that FOMO of people coming in and just driving the price up as it gets down. I did see that happen on another chat that I was into, and they were selling NFTs, and it was counting down from a couple of thousand. And with the hype that was going on and people hearing that it was running out, it just went crazy, and they sold them all out in a short amount of time, which was just ridiculous. But it's strange when you actually see the FOMO happening live in front of you. So, but I just want to say this is a great project. I'm glad I got in. I'm trying to add to the bag all the time, and I've learned a lot from you guys here and this whole group. And I just looking forward to participating and going forward and being successful with this in the future.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
All right. I don't see any other questions in my DMs or anything.
Jay just came back up. Jay, do you have something?
Yeah, this is kind of a question about like the long-term prospects. Earlier today, we had the incident of those two guys being charged for hacking an exchange. Is it going to be in the future a plan to audit exchanges and look at security vulnerabilities within exchanges as well, or is it just going to be like exclusive to tokens?
Unfortunately, I think in the case of exchanges, everything that exchanges do is so tight-lipped, and they keep it so close to their chest. Where if you're auditing a token, you have the developer giving you basically the look behind the scenes, if you would. Gain that from an exchange would be highly, highly difficult. If we did have, the reputation where we could do that, then that would be something I'd be definitely interested in, because I do also realize between each, bull run and each bear market, we lose 3 exchanges every single time, and it's usually not for good reasons. And it makes it's one of those things that the big exchanges stay, but those little ones, they have a tough time. And we want to make sure that people realize, and I always say this, don't keep your money in an exchange unless you have to. and it's one of those things. Get it in your own wallet. You should own your tokens at the end of the day, not the exchange.
Now, about other things like, for example, like Shiba Swap and SatanMask, would you be looking at expanding to auditing those kind of dApps as well, or not?
dApps, yeah, apps like that we would definitely take a look at. We're going to need a bigger team for that because that's a lot more complex and a lot more. But
sorry, guys, that's just good. Okay. Well, I do have another question that came up on there. Anyway, yeah, go ahead, Vardy. In the meantime.
Hey guys, last night I was listening to Empire on the Master Dev Twitter space, and Rise Up made it public that he would be looking to have a strategic partnership with yourself, Justin, and the TARP community. Would that be something you'd be open to be working with other people who are in this space and trying to protect the investor?
yeah, for us, the way we look at it is, if there's a strategic partnership there and we feel that they have something to offer us and we have something to offer them, then absolutely. It comes down to, the one thing we have to be careful of is, I'm not saying this about them, I'm not saying this about any other projects, but if we do get people who are out there to, take names and to get aggressive about things and whatnot, we don't want to be influenced by that type of behavior. But as long as it's being done in a respectful way and we feel that there's a benefit to both sides, then there'll definitely be discussions of at least a strategic partnership. And if everything goes good, then yeah, you'll see them on board.
Thank you. I believe I have one question for you. I guess I know that's already been running quite a late one for the space. I have a couple of questions that I got on the DMs, Justin. The first one, the question is any future exchanges and plan. If you can go up a little bit, I know if you can't give the name, when do you expect us to be on some of the exchanges? The second one is the question I have is, what do you think about those tokens that are actually giving ETH rewards? Like, it seems very suspicious. So what do you think about those? These are the two questions I actually just received.
So as far as it goes, the way that exchanges work, we can't talk about the exchange we're currently working with. Let's put it that way. Generally you kind of have to keep hush hush on who you're working with at that time. But as far as it goes, like we said, we're not starting at the bottom. We're not starting with L Bank. We're going to build towards the top, and we're going to just try and hit the top exchanges, be strategic that way. And so when you look at it, once you see this one that's coming out in the next little bit, is you'll see why we went with them, and just know that they're the stepping stone to the next one that's even bigger. So the way we look at it is, with this one, the next one could be even bigger, and the next one after that can be even bigger. And in some cases, I've talked to other projects and I've talked to people who work within these projects, and just to get on, say, Binance, you might have to have this exchange or this exchange, but you need to do those steps to get to those exchanges as well. So we're just skipping about 16 steps because it's more fun that way. It's also much more cost effective for the project and healthier for the project as well. So the idea is that we're starting near the top, and that's going to open the door to the very tippy top, and we're going to use that to our advantage. And so, long term, the ones that we have on our list are definitely things like Crypto.com, Binance, KuCoin, things like that. They're big names. We definitely want to work with them, but we got to open those doorways first. The difference is that we don't have to do 6 other exchanges just to open that doorway. We just have this one, so it's going to be a lot easier.
I had a question regarding that. So once we do get listed on this exchange, so some of the smaller exchanges, we're still going to accept them if they want us, right? Because there is some that petition coins as opposed to us having to petition them.
I would not be against, somebody coming to us and saying, hey, we'll provide the liquidity. Well, no listing fees. We'll list for you. I'd be fine with that. I'd take free listings. But at the end of the day, if we're going to be hunting,
someone that's like, what if someone's like, I only use L Bank, and their hopes and dreams just died right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't want to speak badly of projects or exchanges, but you find out who you want to work with really quickly when you're a developer. That's for sure.
Justin, a couple of questions coming. I think it's something related to exchanges. The first one is, have we applied for SataMask? If yes, have you heard back from devs? I know I saw Russell's AMA, I believe it was on Patrick's AMA, where he confirmed the TARP will be on SataMask. Do you know when? This is a question about when SataMask.
So as far as it goes, that was actually on Scott Herman's channel. Scott kind of asked him if we're going to be working with them or if we're going to list. As far as it goes, Russ did mention that we would be listed. I don't know how official that statement is. He does know that we have our application in. We applied very early on. We made sure that we got our information in and that we're ready because they have some steps that they have to complete first. From day one, people were asking, would we list on SataMask? And I always had the answer of, it's when it's right for us and it's right for them, that's when we'll do it. And I guess Max kind of heard that statement and said, get your application in. So that's kind of how that happened. He was really excited. So I said, okay, we'll get that in. We'll get that into the front end so they can do their, due diligence. And but as far as it goes, obviously with BSC tokens, it's a little more difficult because they have to create that bridge that has to happen. And those things have to happen in the background. And right now they're concentrating on the ETH side. But they do have people work on the BSC side. So, hopefully soon we'll have the official word. And but as far as it goes, if Russ says we're in, hopefully hopefully he meant we're in.
Perfect. Thank you. I guess the one last question, Matt, and then after this one, we'll see if you want to answer. The last question is that do we have any kind of partnership established with any of the exchanges or any of the swaps where they'll come to you or come to as a TARP to the contracts that actually the token that's been listed on those swaps that will be, I guess we'll be auditing them. Do we have any kind of such partnerships, or are we going to have some partnership?
So on GDT was our first one, and GDT it is for that specific reason on their end, and then for the other ones, we are in talks with multiple partners, possible strategic partners, to be that verification process for them to be able to put the TARP badge of approval next to a token so that people know that it's been audited, and that will link back to the audit in the TARP score.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, guys, we'll take a one or maybe two more. If anybody have any questions, if anybody wants to just to go over, say a few words. I know I've actually covered all the questions that I've received in DMs as well as on Discord, so we're pretty good on that side. And thank you, Justin, for answering all this one. I know it took a little bit longer. And guys, just want to remind everybody, it is a recorded space. So if you wanted to come back and take a look at it and want to listen it again, it's there, and it's always, and I'm going to tweet right after this one to you, and it'll be there for everybody to listen on. And with that one, and Justin, they're also saying, I also wanted to give a shout out to our 69 Club. They're saying to say something about to our investors.
They want me to say something like 69 crew?
That is correct. What is it, and why do we say this one?
Okay, so I mean, Alex can answer this just as well. He was there when it started. As always, Alex is always kind of behind some of the funny stuff. So as far as it goes, one night, one of the members had a few drinks and decided they wanted to make some purchases of TARP, and to do so, they want to use the 69 because it's a funny number, and the whole community just got behind it. And that night and into the next day, probably in the next following 2 days, you could not look at the TARP chart with seeing nothing but green 69 buys. like 0.69 BNB, 0.69 BNB, and then somebody did a 69 BNB as well. I mean, it got hilarious and probably a little out of control, but so the first thing we did was we created a poster on the merch store called 69 Gang, and ever since then it's kind of stuck around.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
I have a question because a lot of people, I've been hopping around Twitter Spaces a lot lately, and just getting people's overall perception. And one of the things that I've been saying, and maybe you can speak to a little bit of this type of mission statement as well, is that TARP's looking to be more preventative and educational as opposed to just like going after the bad guys directly and doing all those things. So we're more of the defense kind of mechanism as a utility. Is that the correct?
Yeah, exactly. Like, the idea is that you'll have the app in place. The app will call everything out that needs to be called out. So it's going to do that for us. And at the end of the day, it's like I always say, if you're an investor in a project, it's your money. You should know what's going on. And this app's just going to help you. Number one, do your own research in a way that you understand and makes it easier, but also will educate you as well. So you're able to make those decisions a lot easier at the end of the day. So yeah, it's preventative, and it's I won't go with the slogan that I came up with the other day, but you know what I'm saying.
Wait, there's a slogan?
Yeah, did you not see my tweet on the poster I made and did the concept poster for a bus stop?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. What if that accidentally leaks today? Can I blame Alex if that?
Yeah. Always blame Alex for everything. Anything that happens. Same thing happened on Twitter too. Can we just blame Alex? Especially with a couple of holders there, a couple of our members, guys. Look, I'm not familiar with some of these tech lingo. We actually have two of our holders. Their name is D4 RK. I always call them D4s, and it was supposed to be dark, which I did not know this. Apologize. So I started calling them, where are my D4s at? They're like, you mean dark? I was like, oh, I didn't realize that one. So yes, thank you. Always blame it on Alex. Well, guys, I do want to have, I believe, last question, and I think after this one we'll end the space on there. The last question I have is, Justin. We know that there's so many different audits out there, a lot of different companies, such as like very renowned CERT is out there as well. What if the contract gets, certified from or audited from one of those big companies? Are they good, or what do we look for in those lingo from those different contract or different, different audits?
So one thing I'll say is, you have to look into the audits. So it's one of those things that, and this is where we kind of found things fell apart, was the audits become very technical documents and very hard to understand. And I think that in reality, the language could be easier for people to understand and look at. And that's one of our main goals, is to, make it so that everybody can understand at the end of the day. So really, if you're looking at a CertTech audit and actually reading the audit, you kind of have to understand what they're talking about. And I think there's still that disconnect there. You would want to do your research if you're looking into a CertTech audit, just because they're going to talk about some pretty complex stuff in there.
Awesome. Thank you. I
think
do.
I
Yeah.
think just to elaborate on that too, like unless I think Skynet is activated, it's still just a snapshot of that moment, isn't it, Moonshot?
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a snapshot.
And does Certec go into looking at some of the wallet activity before they post their report?
So from what I understand from the Certec side, they don't look too much at wallet activity. More what they look at is how things are set up conceptually. So, you know, how is the dev team controlling the wallet? Is it, you know, centralized or decentralized? Is it, you know, and then they look for issues in the code. So for the most part, they're looking at things that, funnily enough, can't be changed in most cases. And that's what they're auditing. And, you know, usually by the time you're going for a Certec audit, I know a few tokens have rushed it, but, you know, when you're doing that Certec audit, usually you're a few months old. You're at least somewhat established. And if you're just having a token be looked at, it's one of those things like, what do you do? Because if they come back with something, what do you do? Right? Do you redeploy? Do you do a V2 at that point? It's just a very weird process for that. But as far as it goes, you know, like I said, they look more at like the concepts and the team than they do, you know, what's happening around it, basically.
Okay. And thank you so much, guys. Here, Empire, I have a question for you that's being DM'd to me. When is the next Jesus video?
We haven't seen him in a hot minute. There's definitely room for him to make another appearance. There's some other things in the works as well in regards to that. You know, I've been a little bit on the slower end the past week just because I'm prepping for Dubai. But I'm confident. I'm confident we'll see a few more of those funny things pop up here and there. I like to do them by surprise, though, just so people don't have a heads up. You know, I don't want to give people a week warning. Like, yeah, not financial advice. Jesus is making an appearance. I don't like doing that. I like to do it maybe when people are like sleeping and they wake up and their Twitter's exploding. I kind of like that kind of action.
Surprise!
Thank you. And also,
surprise to Moonshot when we did the Island Boys one. He was like, "Oh man."
Well, we talked about it before as a joke, and it's like as soon as you're like, "Oh, I got something for Moonshot," I was like, "Oh crap."
Okay. And then the last thing, Justin, when is the next AMA planned? Do you have anything planned this week or by weekend? Anything? If not, that's fine too.
So as far as it goes right now, a lot of the AMA stuff is kind of being held back just a little bit, just because we want to get, you know, basically to the point where we're signing up people for beta for the NFT system. So, you know, we really want to make sure that when we're doing AMAs that we're using them strategically as well. And so, you know, it's one of those things. I think it's going to be more kind of content on my side, Matt's side, and, you know, a little bit from Scott Herman as well.
All right, great. Thank you so much. I guess, guys, this is it. I do want to say right before we do this one, Discord is saying, I know the Mr. Al-Falasi is actually listening. Mr. Al-Falasi, want to tell you something. Our Discord, since you said about the when camel, it's nothing but a camel just going on there. So we have camels going on, and we even have a command called when camel, and you have a racing camel running away. So just wanted to give you.
I'm looking forward to hopefully you having a camel in Dubai, waiting for me to try that milk. But you know, you hit me up when I'm there, man.
Yeah, and do join in, Mr. Al-Falasi. Go ahead, join in our Discord. You'll love it there. All right, guys. I just want to say thank you so much, Justin. Thank you, Mendy, and thank you, Empire, and all the other speakers, guys. Appreciate it, and definitely this is a recorded Twitter space, so you guys go ahead and if you want to listen in, you can listen in at any time, though. Thank you, appreciate it, and Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say this for the new people that's in the room, because I think where, and I said it earlier, I think it's a lot of people don't know who Moonshot is because they're new or newer to crypto. So let me reiterate this to you. Crypto or Moonshot is one of the highest regarded people in all of crypto. That's who he is. He is by far one of the highest ethical people that there is. Tokens, most of you don't know that tokens actually go to him behind the scenes and ask him to look at their coding because that's how trusted that he is. If it has behind the scenes, if it has Moonshot seal, it's good. And so that's who he is. And I was joking earlier and said that, it's not like he puts it on his bio that he's one of the greatest minds of crypto. But that's actually who he is for those of you that did not know. That's all.
Thank you, Mandy. Empire, any last words? Anything you want to say before? And then
Do you really want me to have the last word? Because
no, I'm gonna go after Justin after you. I mean, second to last. How about do we do this? Second to last.
Okay, no, but in all seriousness, I mean, that's why, and a lot of people ask me sometimes, like, why I'm bullish on TARP and I'm the meme guy, like, what's going on? And the thing is, I just wanted to say that Moonshot is probably, with Chad Reddings as well, the number one reason why I even invested in Saitama in the first place, because to me, he was the only person on YouTube that was doing deep dive analyses, and he was also he had this attitude of teaching everybody. Sometimes you'll go into a YouTube or a live YouTube and you can't get a response from anyone, and sometimes it just feels like a sales pitch. And the one most genuine thing that I found with Moonshot, he wasn't trying to hype anything. He was like, let's go look, like at the charts. Let's teach people in my live stream how to trade. Let's teach them how to look at a contract, teach them how to look at a project as a whole. And realistically, the reason why I back Moonshot so much is because he comes from a place of that, right? I think at the end of the day, those values are more important than the token and the coin itself. And just because if he lives on those values, which I've seen and gotten to know him, the project will be successful, regardless if we want it to or not. So that's why I fully back him, right? He taught me a lot in just even a few videos. I mean, he has a course. I gave out a few earlier in the week, but I think it's worth taking a look at because you'll see that he's just a different kind of guy. He's built differently, right? And that's all I've got to say on the subject.
Thank you, Empire. And Justin, anything before I end the space?
First of all, thank you everyone who stopped by. I promise I will try not to get too big ahead with all these people saying all these nice things. But as far as it goes, the reality is what TARP stands for and what TARP is it's the token that that you can trust the developers at the end of the day, and we build that trust day in, day out, and we want to make sure that you guys understand that when we say that TARP will never leave the space, we're not joking. We will always be here, and we look at the space in a different way, and a lot of that comes from experience from the both of us, and we just want to share that experience with everybody, make sure everybody understands what's happening in the blockchain but also enjoys their time investing. And so thank you everybody. Thank you Alex for hosting. Great job. Empire Invest, thanks for the co-host, buddy. And Vardy, try not to get killed by any of the animals in your backyard.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much, guys. Well, have a good afternoon, good evening, and talk to you guys soon, guys. Thank you. Take care.
All right, chat. That was the Twitter space with TARP answering some questions for us. Man, definitely some good information in there. Definitely glad we got to have this and have it recorded on the YouTube so we can go back and look at it again. But I want to thank y'all for hanging out with me. I mean, a little bit of a longer stream today, watching that AMA, but some good information, absolutely. And you are more than welcome. More than welcome. But it is that time of day. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm starving. I'm really hungry. So I will leave you like this. 2 things in this world you can control at all times: attitude and effort. Stay positive. Give 110% in everything you do. Chat. I love y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Same place, same channel, same time, right here on the Midday Mix Up. Until then, peace.